Our first forge run in 3 years was smooth as silk, and now the spoils of Broken Railroad call from the opposite side of the zone, but nowhere beyond Broken Railroad yet. We'll talk about it. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So yeah, we're not going to go anywhere beyond Broken Railroad just yet. But before I leave here, I want to make sure that I have enough water. I have a decent amount on me now. I have just five cattails left. Man, after finding all those cattails in the last episode, that is not a lot. But I want to pass a little bit of time just by making some additional water. Not a lot, just a little. And is there anything else I can do in the meantime? I mean, I could definitely do another little spot of reading. But I think I've already possibly let too much time pass. You have to really jump on it quickly if you want to read for an hour while you're boiling water in these. So let's go ahead and drink that and see where that puts us with our water. It might be worth, while the fire's going, doing that one more time, especially because it seems like the weather might be improving behind me. It might just be daylight, honestly, but... okay. That now leaves me with 0.41 gallons. That's enough to go on. Let's also... I am going to go ahead and scarf down some of these cattails. I may go ahead and drink that coffee as well, but part of me wants to save it. We've got enough energy. I need to remember to drop the heavy hammer as well, because we clearly don't need to bring it with us. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and chow down on those. No food at the moment. None at all. Alright, so we're going to drop the heavy hammer. Also going to drop the hacksaw, because it's not... well, yeah, I can drop it actually, because now we don't have to worry as much about not having an axe to chop things with, so we're good there. Alright, I'm not going to use... I will find more spray paint before I use that, so I'm pretty good with the rest of my carrying capacity. I'm a little bit encumbered on account of the sheer librarian-sized volume of text that I'm carrying with me, and I have a few extra clothing items, which I frankly need to get rid of. Can I safely harvest those? Oh yeah, I also have the second worn ski jacket. I was hemming and hawing about this, wasn't I? We had the light shell, which is like a lot more wind protection, but not as much in terms of temperature protection. And putting on this worn ski jacket would give me more temperature protection, but remove a decent amount. I don't know. Like, I almost kind of feel like the second ski jacket is the way I want to go with this. Honestly. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're going to wear the second ski jacket. We'll keep the windbreaker, the light shell for now, but I will go ahead and harvest these, because they take 10 minutes to harvest, and that'll free up more than half a pound. 2/3 of a pound, in fact, before I get on the road here. And it does look like the weather is improving. Still have plenty of time on the fire, so I can pull what I need from that. I can get rid of some additional things, too, to tell you the truth. As long as the harvest only takes 10 minutes each. I don't want to take an item that's going to take a lot longer than that. I don't want to lose an hour right now, basically. Yeah, this hurts, but it's like the worn... these ear wraps are literally half a pound, you know? That is a lot of weight to be lugging around just for an ear wrap that I'm not wearing. I'll keep the one extra. And then I'm going to drop some of these cattail heads. Not all. I'm going to drop that. And that's about as good as it's going to get. I still want to repair the hockey jersey, but before I do anything else, I want to get moving, because this weather looks absolutely glorious. And I'm going to take advantage of it. So let me grab a couple of torches from the fire. It will increase my encumbrance slightly, but it's worth it. All right, let's go. All right, I'm going to kind of step back out this way. Is that... it's not more coal. All right, no, it's not. Because I want to make sure that I'm seeing the wolves in the area. I might be walking right towards one, to be honest. All right, there's clearly a body of some kind up there. Yeah, there's one right by the shed. Dang it, I kind of wanted to check that shed for anything at all, but I guess that's not happening. So what I'm going to do is try and cut through here. Where's the wolf? There's the wolf. I'm going to try and cut through here. And I can already see the train cars because of... Really? You had to turn that way, didn't you? You had to. And now you're coming toward me, I think. No, you're walking away from me. All right, good. So rude. All right. Now, this is always a little bit dicey. I can never recall if I can actually do this. Because I think this is thin ice. I might have to backtrack and go closer to that wolf. Possibly run him off with a revolver. Yeah. See, there's the fallen tower. But I don't think there's any safe way. I think this ice gets thin pretty quick. Yep. And by pretty quick, I mean immediately. All right. Well, the wolf is literally right in front of me. I could cut across here and maybe not be seen. Huh, might have gotten lucky there. Might have gotten lucky there. I'm going to stay on the very edge of this snow and hope that that continues to be the case. Damn. Go away. We don't want any. Don't you dare, game. Don't you frickin' dare. Thank you. Alright, so we ran him off. That was a little bit risky. We do have some cattails, though. And my torch is about to blow out quickly. Now, of course, the ski jacket that I put on is not the same level of quality of the one that I was already wearing in the inner layer. So there's an argument to be made for maybe putting the... Actually, yeah, let's do that real quick. Well, no, it doesn't matter, actually. With... Yeah, sorry. Did I just drop it on the ground? I did. There's an argument to be made, I was going to say, for, like, putting the other one on the outside, but I'm thinking of wind protection. Temperature protection doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what layer. So, I mean, I would still get slightly better wind protection, I suppose, from the one on the outside layer, but because I have two of the equivalent item instead of one item that is clearly better, like, by a lot, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to be cold in this situation regardless. So, as you're noticing, I had somebody ask me about this in the episode yesterday. A couple of people asked me, in fact, like, hey, is the wind still quiet? What's going on here? And the answer is yes. It's not my sound, you know, at all. It's just the current, like, the current build of the game. They've had this issue with quiet wind and quiet blizzards for a while. It's only certain directions, it seems like. You can kind of hear it right now. All right, I see a bear over there right where I need to be. Because we're walking towards the train tracks and the bear is between us and the train tracks. That's not good. Also, the wind is blowing in the direction that I would need to be moving to quickly get across this ice, especially if it's thin. Which is, can we just agree, that's, like, not very considerate of my current circumstances by the game. Not that the game is ever considerate of my current circumstances, but I now have to backtrack while getting colder and take a path that's a little bit more guaranteed to have ground beneath my feet. Ground in this usage is a very suspect phrase. By ground, I mean snow and or ice or some combination of snow, ice, and water that is thick enough for me not to fall through and freeze to death instantaneously. Okay. I guess if there's an upside to being forced back a little bit, it's that I can appreciate not only this great musical moment, but I can also appreciate these spots that I haven't yet been able to fully scavenge for cattails. Because we didn't quite come this way. We were around this way, but we're walking into an area, I think I see a few more right now, in fact. We're walking into an area that I haven't fully cleaned out. So there's that at least. Yep, I see more. And there's the derailment back there. So at least it's nice and clear at the moment, even if it's windy and obnoxious and silent. It's letting us enjoy the music. Maybe the game is in fact being considerate and I need to be fairer to what's happening. Because it is letting us enjoy, even though I'm talking over it.
I can't feel my feet.
This sublime moment of survival. Okay, so just I'm gonna make my way straight over to the tracks. I see another wolf right there, straight ahead. I don't know, like, do I try and cut across this way? Yeah, I guess I'll have to if the wolf is over to my right. I'll have to go back this way. Hopefully not fall through any ice. Thankfully, the bear is farther away from the tracks now. That's the good news about this path that I've taken. The bad news is I'm getting pretty cold. Not that there's nothing I can do about it, but at the current moment, oh, there's a bear right in front of me there. And there's a prop deer to my left. But at the current moment, I really can't start a fire anywhere. Okay, and we're once again in the same situation where I need to cross a spot. Wait, am I in the same spot? Is this where I was? I think it is.
If I don't warm up soon.
Oh my god. I think that's the same spot. Alright, well in that case, here's what I'll do. I'm just going to have to run that wolf off directly. We're going to lose some health due to hypothermia risk here. This freaking swamp is a maze. And the wind being silent is throwing me off, for the record. Like, it's... because I don't feel like anything should be slowing me down. You don't realize how much of your, like, memory and visual cues for a game, or just cues in general, sensory cues, are based on audio. Like, what you hear, until something like this happens. Ugh, this is rough. I'm getting... the wolf ran in a terrible direction now, too. So I'm getting really just forced back from my planned path by all the wildlife. Alright, so there is another cattail cluster here. The wolf ran over there. I want to make sure I grab these while I can. The last thing I want to do right now, though, is accidentally point the wolf or point the revolver after the wolf has started charging. Okay. So, yeah, you see what's happening? The game is literally putting wind in the direction I need to be moving constantly. It's absurd. It's honestly, like, in situations like this, it's one of the few times where the long dark starts to annoy me a little bit. It's like, are you really doing this right now, game? Is this really how this is going to happen? Like, I'm freezing to death. I don't even know how that happened. There's a bear. I'm already off of my planned path on account of said bear. Okay, I think we're actually moving at a decent rate now, thanks to the direction of the wind. It heard my rant and said, okay, fine. It'd be funny if the bear turned around. It's not, it's way over there, but that would be funny. Alright, so we've got a wolf on the right, or rather kind of straight ahead. Yeah, in those trees over there. I see some more cattails, but also pretty close to a wolf. And I'd prefer, honestly, man, they're so close. Yeah, I'm going for them. That's 4 cattails. Of course I'm going for them. Come on. Who do you think you're talking to? Alright, so where is that hunter's blind, though? It's right over there, right? Yeah. It's always hard to see from this angle. Or maybe it's farther back that way. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I'm going to try and make it over there too, because there could be a useful tool there. Hypothermia risk-wise, I'm not in great shape. I'm obviously losing a lot of health. The wind is being an absolute bastard at the moment, and I'm not happy about it. Especially because I can't hear it. So it's like a little bit of uncanny valley effect a bit. Like, this is not the way things should be, you know? Alright, I don't want to walk with the wind blowing in my face and slowing me down. I don't want to walk across ice that could break. Got very lucky with that run I did a moment ago, where the ice didn't break. And I'm not confident that if that happened twice in this episode that I would actually survive it. Okay, let's see if we can make it over to... I need to grab a few sticks, because I feel like I might be forced to start a fire soon. Man, I would have thought I would be in Broken Railroad by now. We're 15 minutes into the episode, but that's just the sheer amount of obstacle that has been thrown in my way. All right, here we go. I was about to say, if this patch of ice is thin, I'm going to be very unhappy. All right, this is rough. I need a spot to make a fire. Or I could potentially just need to make a snow shelter, you know? Okay. I wanted to visit just in case there was some... Alright, there isn't... Okay, here's another skill book. It's just what I needed, right everybody? It's just what I needed, is another skill book right now. That's exactly the thing that I was lacking that I am now not lacking. Thank you so much, game. All right. Oh my god. Why is that happening with the cattails? I think it's something to do with, like, the same thing that causes the interface error that pops up sometimes, where you can tell that it's, like, I can move my mouse when I shouldn't be able to move my mouse because it's still searching. I click very rapidly when I have a cattail group, just sort of somewhat impulsively. And I think it's happening. I think I'm breaking the cursor free of the search, and then it's allowing me to fire the revolver when it shouldn't. So sorry to startle you twice in one episode. That is a bug. Oh, I need to reload. That's the other problem with shots that shouldn't happen and wind that should be loud that's quiet. When you only have 6 rounds capacity, you can lose count faster than Clint Eastwood. Alright, I'm gonna have to start a fire probably here by the tunnel. I might wait until I get into Broken Railroad, but I have to warm up at this point. What I can do is, I can warm up, I can drink one of my birch bark teas to recover some health, and I can heat that up as well. So it's not the end of the world, but this has been a much more difficult trek for such a straight shot on a relatively clear day than I expected. To be fair to Forlorn Muskeg, it's always pretty treacherous. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. It's always pretty treacherous. It is. Like getting from the forge to where we were just trying to be. All right, let me go ahead and eat some cattails. So I have 24 now, and I'm about to find more. All right, that should be enough to get me through whatever I need to do here. So I really need to find a spot, or maybe if I could find a hollow tree, that would be particularly amazing. The wind is blowing in a very annoying direction right now. Because it really limits... Oh, wait. Wait. Can I? Can I? Can I? No, not quite. That would have been nice. Yeah, so this is just a wind chill thing. It makes me feel like I should have repaired that jacket first and I would have been in better shape. Because when I'm not in the wind chill, I'm actually not freezing to death. See? Interesting. All right, I'm going to try and get down to a spot where I'm a little bit more protected from the wind because it's close. Hypothermia risk is actually getting pretty high. If I get hypothermia right now, it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to try to do... Man, I might just need to build a snow shelter. This is awful. I'm trying to get a little bit farther down here, and I can hang out in a crevice by the waterfall, which you would think would not be a warm place, but the main thing is that it would protect me from the wind. So that's what I'm going for. Yeah, hypothermia risk is at about 2/3. Also, I'm pretty tired from that extra walking around and all the running that I did. So that's not helping my movement speed. I'm going to have to drink my coffee.
It's a goddamn freezing.
I know, Jennifer. Believe me, I know. I have been watching the entire time. So have they. We're all rooting for you, though. Alright, I actually see some snowflakes in the air. That's not good. Alright, let's see if I can get a fire going right here. It's not a great spot, because if the wind changes direction, I'm screwed. But I just need to have a fire going. And see if I can warm up a very little. Even just drink a warm beverage. I can run around, grab some sticks if I need to. I don't have a ton of fuel on me. I have lots of books to burn. So there's that at least. Alright, I can get rid of that ruined torch. Alright, so now I'm actually warming up on the fire. Let me look around. So I can chop up wood now too, that's the other thing. Yeah, I don't want to walk away from this fire. Oh my god, I can't get back up. Are you freaking kidding me? I can't get back up. I can't get back up. I put it on a ledge that I can't get all the way close to it. Can I even get my... Oh no. Is this real? I can't reach my can. There we go. Oh, that was scary. Alright. So at least if I stand here, let me hunker down. It's not that warm of a fire. But I can heat my birch bark tea. I can drink it. That'll get me warmed up a little bit. And I can also... How much time do I have? 14 minutes. Let's heat the cup of coffee. Because I'm going to need it. Let's drink that. We're going to pick that up. And yeah, now we just have to keep going. Oh, there's sticks literally right here. That's funny. Alright, so there could be a wolf nearby. I need to be careful there. But I'm just going to start beelining as much as possible for the shed. Oh, there's some cattails. Just kidding. I'm going to grab those. Because those could be the difference between life and death. Almost popped off another round there. I'm not going to lie. There's a very small part of me just now when that rock popped into view on the left side of my screen, when I like walk past that tree, I thought that I was looking at a wolf, like walking right up on me. I was very concerned for a second. That was frightening. I'm just saying. Well, this has been quite an adventure. Could have been a lot more of a straight shot, but at least I've got food enough to justify, like, hanging out here for a bit. Hang on, I'm going to check around this oak tree for acorns. Yep, here we go. I've got food enough to justify staying at the maintenance shed and doing some repairs to my clothing. Plus, remember there's a forge there, so if we were to get very lucky and find another heavy hammer, which is not likely, but it's possible, if we were to get very lucky, we could do additional forge work if needed. Yeah, that fire saved me, though, that's for sure. Because this storm, whatever's happening with it, it's about to get worse. Definitely about to get worse. Alright, so this is, I think, going to bring me out on the... As I recall, this will be the... Wait a minute. Yeah, landfill, right there. The not landfill, but you know what it is. It's landslide. Alright, now thankfully the wind is at my back. That could change any second now, because clearly I'm trying to move in this direction, and the game knows that. But the last time I was here, remember, it was As the Dead Sleep, and we were trying to get past a wolf that was patrolling this area of the tracks. Now I have this trusty friend of mine. I can quickly run off any wolf that tries something similar. So I think we're in good shape. It's just a shame that the wind is so quiet in the current version of the game. It should definitely be louder. And it makes me want to check my settings. Yeah, everything's normal. That's just, I've got that tuned for... Yeah, that's so odd. There's a slight howl to it. That did change the volume, like, slightly, but this is not what it should be. At all. Change it back to headphones just for consistency. Yeah, that's not much of a difference. I can still hear it howling at about the same volume as before. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, I'll have the opportunity to regain some health. And there will be loot in this zone, especially in the maintenance shed, which I'm almost there, by the way. But just lost a good amount of health. I'm tired. And I still have, like, a lot of reading and repair to do. So, you know, if I'm lucky, I might be able to get, like, another couple of prop carcasses that I can easily harvest for some food. Maybe even I could, if I were to kill a wolf, one of the things that I could do is, you know, snack on the wolf meat, just not get too crazy with it on account of parasites. Okay, can't go through that way. I was trying to. But it didn't work. I believed, but my faith was not vindicated. Okay, so we've got a truck right up here that I can poke my head into. I'm kind of excited because we've got enough time. We'll have time to scavenge the shed, at least. Good lord, you scared the crap out of me. We'll have enough time to scavenge the shed, which we will do. Alright, anything in the back? Nope. Get in. Alright, so there's a pretty good chance that wolf is right around the corner and not far. But now I'm good to go. Shed is in view. So are 2 wolves in the yard. Holy crap. So this is the opposite of the Mystery Lake situation. In Mystery Lake, the wolves were nowhere they were supposed to be. Here, the wolves are concentrated exactly where they're supposed to be. So this is going to be interesting to walk into. I'm going to kind of beeline for the... Well... Let me go ahead and fire off a round so they run off. Yeah, keep going. Alright, there's a replacement fuse. Not really useful to me. Scrawled message, read text. I told him not to head that way, but stubborn and stupid sometimes ride the same wagon. Wow. Alright, so we've got a memento out on the broken bridge. That's nice. Alright, so that wolf just turned around up there. I would like to check all of these trucks. If I can manage it. We've just got these wolves to worry about. So I'm going to keep my eyes extra peeled because I don't know where they all ran off to. Alright, anything back here? Nothing. Anything inside? Nothing. Anything in the visors? Nothing. Friggin' flag. That was the sound of the flag flapping around, but I literally jump scared. Alright, let's check here. Check visors. Pop out. Alright, nothing available there. Almost done. That's not good timing. That wolf is right outside. I can hear it. Yeah, he's right there. That's incredibly rude. Like, that's literally the spot where I need to get out of the freaking truck right now. And I think there might be one on the left, too. I can hear 2 sets of footsteps. Oh my god. There's 2 of them. Just walked right by in the spot where I need to get... Like, it's like the game can hear me. Like, oh, I'm so excited. We get to go inside the shed and fully loot it up. It's going to be so fun. All right, here we go. Good lord, I thought he was attacking me. Panicky much? Okay. Wolves on this difficulty level are no joke, and with the amount of health that I've lost to the cold, I did not want to get jumped by one. So you bet there were some Hadrian shakes there. Without a doubt. What the heck was that? What was that? There must be, like, either they're aggroing in response to my presence and, like, crashing against the building because pathfinding and they don't know what to do. Oh my god. Just put the gun away. I've never fired this thing so many times accidentally in one episode. Either due to panic. Like, this is, like, probably the most in 30 minutes in my Long Dark play that I've ever fired the frickin' revolver off. Either because of the looting bug, because my loot button and I should say my interact button and my fire button are the same on PC. Or just on account of misclicking, which that right there was a misclick. Okay, so if I break this crate apart, it's going to take 56 minutes. And I actually don't have a ton of time, because we're towards the end of the day. So let's look around first. I'll get that spray paint, and I'm also probably going to drop a bunch of stuff here, because I'm going to be here for a moment. As much as I was talking about being in and out, like, it was more the directions that I was talking about, not the amount of time that it's going to take. Dead guy. Summit Soda. Nice. There's some more wires. So we've got a lot of the oh, nice. Crackers. Wood matches. Off to a good start. Cup of herbal tea. All right. This is why I was excited to get here. I just wasn't expecting the game to throw every possible obstacle it could have at me. Whew. Enough with the spray paint. I don't... It would be less ridiculous if sparse loot tables spawned less of the stuff, but it's everywhere. And it's just a bit much. It's just a bit much. Like, nobody needs that much. Nobody.
Starving.
Okay, we're starving, huh? Well, thankfully, we have a remedy for that, don't we? Let's go ahead and enjoy those crackers. And I'm going to put a bunch of stuff down while I'm here. So, yeah, I've got 2 useless frontier shooting guides. I'm going to put these up here because I might be able to use those for starting a fire. But then I have those stay on target books. I've got these. I'm still going to read all these at some point. So it's not like I'm leaving them behind. All right, one of these is partially completed. All right, I'm going to drop this one. I think this is the one I'm working on. Yeah, we're 3 of 10 hours into this one. So I'll keep the one that I'm reading on me. You know? And I'm carrying 3 basic books, which, well, I'm not going to drop them in that way, but let's drop those. Let's drop that. Also, let's drop the revolver book. There we go. And we'll also drop the cash. You can already see that I'm moving around much better. Okay, and then I have a lot of clothing items. I can wear these because they're actually better than the ones I have on. But I've got a lot of clothing repair to do, which I will do, just not this particular episode, because I would like to keep searching now that I can actually move again. So, before we wrap up, let's see what else we can discover here, shall we? Alright, lots of coal. That's reassuring. If I did need to have an additional forge run of any kind, if there was a lucky heavy hammer here, which there might be up at the hunting lodge, but it doesn't appear that there's one off the bat. Nothing in the book. Well, that's... I'm sure there's something in the book, but it's not a training book. It's not a skill book. Therefore, I don't care about it. I have enough of those. Thank you very much. A little bit more water. That's handy. And look, more spray paint that I'm not going to pick up. That's the second pry bar. There was a pry bar sitting right in front of me outside. I didn't even acknowledge it because that was another worn thin wool sweater. All right. I'm wearing 2 of those already, but that is a nice find that I can probably just rip up and use for materials. Yep. Okay, so not a lot of successful containers there, but there could still be some nice things over here. Let's keep looking for a moment longer. And of course, there's still the hunting lodge, which could have some of the better items as well. I was honestly just kind of hopeful that the game might leave a fire striker here for me, but I don't appear to have had that much luck. Alright, so I see another stay on target. By the time I actually get a bow, if I can read those books, I'll be in pretty good shape, skill-wise. Alright, there's some charcoal that I don't need. I'll get the reclaimed wood. Alright, let's check these drawers. Almost done, but now I just need some rest. Now I just need to sleep. which is perfect for the end of an episode, I suppose. All right. Worn work gloves. Okay, those could potentially be good. I think I had some earlier in the series, though, and I ended up switching for the ones that I'm wearing. So, we'll see. We'll just have to compare. Oh, sorry. There's a car battery, which I'm not going to worry about at the moment. Let's step up here. There's some ammunition. Ooh, ketchup chips. Nice. Floating revolver cartridge. That one has been there for a while. It was there the last time I was scavenging here. I don't remember which Against All Challenges meta-series it was in, but it was here. Or it might not have even been in a meta-series. It might have just been in Long Dark play. There was a floating revolver cartridge. Not an actual floating revolver. That would have been even worse. Okay. I need to rest, and I need to end the episode. There's nothing in the fridge. Nothing there. All right. Let me go ahead and drink some water, and I may go ahead and scarf down. Yeah, let's enjoy this granola bar. This is an opportunity. I mentioned this. I have two things I can do when I wake up. The first is I can potentially... You know what? Hang on. Let me make sure my thirst is absolutely topped off. The first is I can potentially repair some of my stuff. I can definitely harvest some things because it's going to be dark when I wake up. But then once it's light, I might be able to get in some reading time, which is quite needed given the just excess of books that I'm carrying around. But for now, let's go ahead and sleep for 10 hours. Get some rest. You know, I should have drank some tea there too. But I should have recovered plenty of health there regardless, because that's a full... Yeah, recovered all my health. Nice. So it's still dark. I'm going to have to do some harvesting with some of my time. And then also, like I said, do some reading. And in the next episode, I can head up to the Hunter's Lodge and see what other sort of, you know, bounty Broken Railroad might have for me. Frustrating journey to Broken Railroad today, partially due to a few minor bugs with the game right now, mainly the weather bugs. So sorry if that made me a little bit irritable sounding, but it does change the experience of the game for me, and like as a player and as a person recording it. So yeah, aside from that, lots to do ahead. I mentioned that I was going to talk about this and I didn't. We're not going to the far territory yet. I'm not going to go that way, even though we are in Broken Railroad. In the last episode, I talked about how it's a dead-end zone. Well, clearly it's not. You can keep going and you can get to the far territory, but I'm not going there until I have like more survival equipment ready to go, including particularly a bow. I would also prefer a fire striker, but also want to have more of these skill books read as well and just be more prepared for the far territory before I head that way. So that's my general thinking there. Forgot to talk about it sooner on account of how much difficulty I was having getting out of Forlorn Muskeg. But now that I've talked about it, I'm going to stop this one here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and additional perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.